My name is Karen Whitman. I'm a fourth grade teacher at Garden Ridge Elementary in Comal ISD.
Okay, and what do you have right here?
I'm holding here a writing portfolio that one of my students worked on throughout the year last year.
Okay, and what's inside? Can you tell us, just walk us through real fast?
This is a collection of writing samples that have gone through the complete writing process. This is not inclusive of journal writing. It is just the items that have been taken through the full process to final copy.
Okay, and I noticed you have some things in the back there. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And we'll come back.
In the back are some reflections that have been shared with visitors at our author celebration, because this is our culminating event to show all the writing that we've showcased through the entire year with visitors from the community, including parents, policemen, firemen, mayors, superintendent from our district, several district personnel, teachers, etc.
Even a senator, didn't you?
Yes, we did have Senator Donna Campbell come twice now, and that has been a really big event for our school.
Okay, so if I'm looking through here, what am I going to see with each piece?
Well, in the beginning, you see there is a poem that we started the year with that we again went through the entire process with. I'll go back to the picture, but this is our student's first writing sample, which is shorter. And this was one of my better writers, but it still starts out very short without a lot of detail. After the piece is completed, they then are allowed to illustrate it. And then moving forward, once we begin to teach the different lessons and the pitchforking and the details and all the different lessons that we teach, then we then get more detail. And it's not just longer, but it's definitely better. Once we've done that, then of course we illustrate. But another thing that I added to that is then, pardon me, a gallery walk. The students do a peer writing evaluation by reading each other's writing and writing clear, specific feedback about that writing.
And do your students write wonderful comments every time right away?
No, of course not. In the beginning, I get great job, I liked it, I like Christmas too. Very vague comments. And so I have some sentence starters that I put up on my screen to show them a specific way to begin sentences, such as, my favorite part was, the best part in your essay was, one thing I liked was, and then they would complete those sentences, and definitely they got more specific and more concrete.
Okay. And then I noticed some purple things glued in there. What are those?
Yes. At the end of the year, right before we do our author celebration, maybe a week or so before, I create these reflection pieces that match the compositions that I've taught, that I've used. And for instance, right here, this says, this was my first expository essay of the year. I wrote about my future career. Let me explain what an expository essay is. And so this one just talks about what an expository is. This is the expository text structure. And with other compositions, it's a little more in depth. This one says, as I continued to grow as a writer, I began writing expository essays with more of my own unique voice. In this expository about my favorite holiday, here is what I love. And then that gives that student a chance to talk about the writing process. Some students did talk about what they liked about Christmas, for instance, and so I did have to go back and remind them that they are writing about the process itself.
Not the subject of the piece.
Exactly.
Okay, and so who maintains this? Who takes care of these? Where do these live?
These live in a location in my classroom, and they stay in alphabetical or in what we call number order in my class. The students are used to me saying that as number order. And they know where they are. They can get them at any time, but they do stay in my room until the end of the year. And when they need them, they know where to go get them. They know how to put them back. And at the end of the year, at this author celebration, the parents cannot wait to get them into their hands to keep on a permanent basis.
And what are some of the benefits that you've seen in using this kind of portfolio?
Well, one of the first things that the parents notice is the growth, because they see that first composition that's this little to that last composition that's a full page long. Beyond that, it's the self-esteem, it's the ownership that the students has taken, and the students realize that they're not just writing for a test, because we continue this after the state test is over, they realize that this is so that they can become a lifelong writer.